Hello, lovelies, and Ascending Earth Creatrix. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday the 13th. Today, we are going to be bringing forth the Inner Warrior Attunement and working with the energy of Archangel Michael to activate this energy healing. It's an energy healing and an empowerment. It is one of my favorite attunements to run on myself often. I like to do this maybe 3 or 4 times a year, maybe once every season. Hi, Cheryl. And it is very uplifting and very expansive. It just feels really, really good to be in this place when I guide you through this meditation and we go into the portal of the 7th plane. It just feels really good. Hi, Raquel. Thanks for joining me, ladies. So I'm going to be recording this also to put on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to go back and listen to this, you don't have to dig through the feed here in the group. You can simply go to my YouTube channel at Catherine Missel and check it out there. Hi, gorgeous. So today we are celebrating the fact that we hit 222 members. I think right now we are at 228, which is great. But when we hit 222 the other day, that is one of my favorite angel numbers because it really portends not only new beginnings, but things kind of shooting like a rocket. You know, there's an energy, there's a real trajectory of energy, there's momentum to all those good things you're trying to put into place. 222 is a good reminder that we're on the right track, that we have all the support that we need, that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, that it feels good to be doing what we're doing, and we should celebrate and honor that knowing of truly being aligned with your life's purpose means doing what makes you feel good, what makes you feel happy, full of joy, full of gratitude and appreciation for things that you are experiencing, right? So 222, great number. And we are also celebrating with some of my online courses. So if you didn't see the post for that, you might want to take advantage of that because the prices, all the discounts, some steep discounts on 4 of my courses, they go away tomorrow. These are self-study online courses. The Sacred Feminine Manifestation Alignment is a 6-week course. Tons and tons of goddess energy, lots of empowerment. And this is actually featured in that online class. What else are we doing? Awakening Journey through the Higher Chakras, which is a 4-week class. That one's available too. The other one is the 7-week journey through through the Awakening Journey through the Chakras. So that is 7 weeks of working with the personal chakras. The higher chakras is working with the transpersonal chakras, the soul star, the galactic, the causal, and the universal. And the other chakra class is working with the 7 lower personal chakras. And very intense course, doing a lot of belief work at each chakra level. So it's not like any other chakra course you've ever taken. And then I forget what the last one is that I put on sale. I think it is the Abundance Lab, and that is a 4-week course. So the Sacred Feminine Manifestation Alignment, that's 111. The Abundance Lab is 59. The Chakra Clearing and Awakening 7-week course is 89. And the Awakening Journey through the Higher Chakras 4-week course is only 79. And so, yeah, jump on that if these are calling to you. And there's links in the feed here to check out the descriptions of the courses and read the testimonials as well. And then tomorrow is the last day to sign up for the early bird price on the Ascended Feminine, which is my 8-week course that I'm going to be teaching live. This is not an online self-study course. This is going to be a pretty intense goddess course. It's not going to be like any other goddess course you've ever taken. And one of the themes that we are working with here today, the inner warrior, you know, that part of us that protects ourselves, that establishes firm, strong, healthy boundaries, that part of us that knows how to protect our, my phone almost fell over, that part of us that knows how to protect ourselves and preserve our integrity, the integrity and the authenticity of who we are. We are working with this energy very, very powerfully, very strongly in the Ascended Feminine, merging with a multifaceted goddess course. That starts April 19th. It starts next Thursday. The early bird price for it ends tomorrow. It's $888 if you want to pay full price. There's a couple different payment plans. There's still 4 spots available. After tomorrow night, the price goes up to $997. So if you like the way this feels, you're going to really like the Sacred Feminine Manifestation online course that you can take advantage of at a discount. And you're really, really going to like the Ascended Feminine, and you get to work with me live. And we get to help you integrate these highest energies for you right now. And to work through, let's face it, ladies, we are working through trying to feel all the feels right now. We have so many things coming up to the surface that we're trying to process and integrate so that we can feel whole, so that we can feel complete. Sometimes, let's face it, we need some help with this. Even though the healing work that we do our own healing work. But there is nothing wrong with reaching out for help. Help from a mentor who, like me, does a lot of intuitive energy healing. But I also help you deal with mindset. So I help you with that balance and integration with energy healing, working with the intuition, but also working with your intellect. Because there must be a balance of both. There must be an integration and a harmonic reached with both, and I help you with that. And when you work with me one-on-one in a group session in this class, and there's a very small amount of members, so it's easy for me to work with you individually in helping you integrate all these energies we're going to bring in with the 8 goddesses that we're working with. So we are working with Hathor, we are working with Kuan Yin, we are working with Sekhmet, we are working with, who else did I say? Morrigan. Why am I forgetting all my goddesses? Kali and Sophia. So if this speaks to you, and Freya and Bridget also. So if this speaks to you, I highly recommend getting on this course. There's only going to be, going forward for a little while, 3 courses that I'm going to be teaching live on the regular. That's going to be Ascending Earth Reiki, and that will begin again in May. Ascended Feminine, and then towards the end of the year, the Ascended Masculine. So, exciting stuff. But let's talk about the Inner Warrior, shall we? So, the Inner Warrior, what is your Inner Warrior? Okay, so when we think about the portion of the soul that many of us have suppressed, and especially women, we struggle with this because we haven't felt entitled to be in our power. We felt like we weren't given permission to exert power, to exude power. Many of us are holding on to perhaps lifetimes of trauma or shock around being in our power and then being persecuted for it. And we hold past life trauma, or maybe even continue to hold soul contracts or karmic contracts to stay in that place of fear of our own power and fear of being able to express our truth, because that's power, fear of being able to have strong, healthy boundaries. That is us exerting power. So in a way, we're living at a subconscious level, which is very limiting. So when you are expressing your inner warrior in a very safe and healthy way, you're no longer suppressing the anger, the resentment, the disappointment about being unfairly treated in the past, feeling wronged, maybe even, as I mentioned, persecuted in past lifetimes. Those emotions that come up, that is us because of, expressing those because we're not feeling like we're okay with, or we're allowed to, or we have permission to be in the embodiment of our inner warrior. So if there is no connection to the inner warrior, or we don't have this part within us that is activated, or we feel like we're allowed to express it, we feel like we can have hasty reactions to things. We might have emotional outbursts. We don't have a regulation of our emotions, such as anger or resentment, so they usually end up in outbursts, or expressing unwanted emotion, bitterness, right? Sorrow even. So the ego responds to certain external circumstances and acts out because we're not expressing our inner warrior in a healthy way. So it's acting from a limited field of consciousness. Okay? This is not serving us as women anymore. And let's face it, even though we may be holding on to certain shock or trauma from past lifetimes because we've been persecuted, maybe even killed or tortured for our beliefs or being strong in our power, exerting our power. Hi, Beck. We don't live in this society anymore where we're going to be killed, or, well, maybe some parts of the world, but not necessarily here in the US. Or for most of you who are watching, I know there's many in the group here from all over the world, but the majority of you, and I'm going to say about 98% of you, do not live in places where this is going to happen to you anymore, where you're going to be tortured or killed for being in your power, expressing and standing in your power, and having very strong, healthy boundaries to preserve the integrity and the authenticity of who you are. Yes? So when we are expressing, or when we are not expressing our inner warrior, we may go through life literally feeling like we can't stand tall. Some of us literally have stooped posture because we are not expressing our inner warrior. We feel like we want to hide or we want to shrink, right? We act out of integrity often. We don't speak our truth. We view things from a very narrow perspective. We find it difficult to express ourselves in public, or maybe even with those that we feel very intimate with, for fear of persecution, or feeling like we will be rejected or unwanted if we stand in our truth and express it openly. We feel like we have to be very careful with what we say and what we do as women. Like we'll express an opinion that will be misunderstood, or we will say something that gets misconstrued or judged harshly. Okay, how many times have we held back, right? With those feelings in mind, I'm going to be judged. I'm going to be cast out of my tribe, which is also something that really doesn't happen anymore. Especially in a time where we're talking about, a time of ancient religions, ancient civilizations, and even matriarchal tribes. If we acted out of integrity, I have past life memories about this from Egyptian times, about acting out of integrity with what the group that supported me, my tribe, wanted to do, because what I felt they were doing was wrong, and speaking my truth got me killed and tortured, actually. Not a fun thing to relive, but when I reviewed it, working in the Akashic Records and subsequent times of energy healing after that, I've been able to clear the trauma of that. And I realize on an intellectual level that that's not something that can happen to me anymore, right? I'm not going to be cast out of my tribe. I may lose people, and I have, being an energy healer right now. In this lifetime, I've lost people who feel like, I don't know what you're saying is full of shit, whatever, but those were never going to be most people were never going to be part of my tribe, right? And so I embrace the fact that when I am in my truth and I speak my truth, I understand that maybe it might make other people uncomfortable because they're not jibing with my vibe, but that's their thing. That's none of my business. What they think about my truth is none of my business. And by them leaving or, exiting stage left, they're making room for the people that are my tribe. And I don't have to work on meeting the expectations of someone who's never going to be part of my tribe anyway. So I realize I can't ever really lose anyone in that sense. Simply, I'm making room for those who are aligned with me and my spiritual truth to come in and be part of my tribe of support, right? So this soul part, which is a soul aspect of us, the inner warrior, when we are asserting, and when I say asserting, let's get out of that 3D paradigm of assertiveness as being bitchy, okay? Or being bossy, right? Busybody stuff. There's a lot of, especially when you're talking about women being assertive, there's a whole lot of negative, very pejorative views of women being assertive in today's society. Yes? Would you agree with me? So let's get away from that 3D paradigm and that defining of assertiveness for women that's aligned with being bitchy, snotty, bossy, being too rigid, right? No. Asserting yourself means you have strong, healthy boundaries. You stand by them. You don't waver. And you understand that you lead with light in doing that. You become a beacon to lead from that place of assertiveness, right? So activating our inner warrior helps us move into that move away from that 3D definition of assertiveness that's aligned with like bitchy, snotty, bossy, whatever that is, and allows us to be truly in our power, to be viewed as a sovereign entity, fully in control, fully capable. It is about honoring yourself. The more you honor your own boundaries too, you're not in a place to enable anyone else, right? So that fear that we have of, I'm going to do something wrong, or the inability to act. When we are not activating our inner warrior and we're activating from that place of strength within us, sometimes we fear to act on anything at all. We feel like we don't trust our own decision-making process. We don't trust or honor our own discernment. That we have to externally outsource some discernment or clarity or validation so that we can then make a choice and feel like it's the right one. We've disinherited so much of our own truth over lifetimes as women of being, downtrodden, being viewed incorrectly, being dishonored as women, having so many disempowering situations throughout history dictate how we still look at ourselves today. None of that shit holds up anymore. It's just not, it's not part of who we are anymore. And there is this mass awakening to the power of women, this sovereign power that we can inhabit, that, let's face it, if it wasn't so powerful, we wouldn't have been acted upon from a place of fear, from more masculine paradigms or ways of being for so long, right? If there was really nothing to fear there would never have been that need to suppress us as women, right? So we can be fearsome when we are, fully activating and embodying our inner warrior. But it is our job, it is our responsibility as women to view this power as something so sanctified. It is so sacred, and we can't misuse it. We should never misuse it because it is so powerful. It is such a visceral, powerful force of nature. We have no business misusing it, right? So we lead with light when we are in the inner warrior capacity, when we are fully emboldened by our inner warrior. We are leading with strength. We are leading with integrity, with enthusiasm. We are determined. We are dedicated. We are self-confident. We believe in ourselves. We're acting from a place of self-love, self-honoring. Okay? We are connected to all the most divine aspects of who we are. When our inner warrior is fully activated and attuned, we're attuned to that energy. That is how we are using our strength and our power in the most powerful and responsible way, right? So this is an activation where we work with Archangel Michael, and this is really, he's giving us spiritual assistance. He acts as an ambassador to lead us into the inner warrior embodiment of who we are. And he helps us to activate it. When the inner warrior is strong, we are understanding that we have all the support we need to act in our strength and act in integrity. Even though we are aligning with the sacred masculine when we activate the inner warrior, because we are moving into that energy of protection, that warrior energy of strength, of fortitude, that is a sacred masculine aspect. But because we are in a place of receiving it with our feminine energy, it is this beautiful, I like to call it this blissful androgyny of blending the sacred masculine and the divine feminine together. Because truly, as we ascend into 5D, it is all about balancing. It is about creating that harmonic between the two, the masculine and the feminine. And when we are fully activated in our inner warrior embodiment, we establish very strong, very healthy boundaries, and we stick by them. And we expect others who are part of our tribe to do the same. And we very effectively lead by example when we are fully inhabiting this embodiment. So the inner warrior tells us when changes are necessary. The inner warrior motivates us to continue our life's tasks in a way where we can act from a place of total integrity and authenticity, but take inspired action on our goals, trusting our own decision-making process fully and completely, trusting ourselves, trusting our own wisdom, giving us the strength to overcome obstacles that we may view as impediments to our success. Okay, the inner warrior does not fight, but rather exerts authority from a place of love and light, strength, and strong resolution to complete goals in the highest integrity. Okay, so let's get some confidence, let's get some courage, let's activate the inner warrior, and let's do this with Archangel Michael. So all you have to do is get comfy. And I'm going to start my YouTube video. Okay. So, we are activating the inner warrior today with the help of our ambassador on this journey, Archangel Michael. So get yourselves very comfy. You can be seated or lying down for this. It really doesn't matter. We're going to get you good and grounded first, and then we're going to connect into the 7th plane where we receive this attunement and activation. So go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And just connecting with the breath, following the in-breath and the out-breath. Feeling how the cool air enters your nostrils on the inhale, and the warm air in the nostrils as you exhale. And with each breath in, allowing yourself to connect in to the present moment, creating more presence, feeling more and more into the now moment, the only moment, the moment of pure creation. Letting everything go, all distraction, anything you're thinking about that still has to be done later on, today, this week, tonight, or anything you didn't attend to earlier today, simply take a deep breath in. Allow yourself to release that. Accept that all those thoughts will be there when this time is over. But this is a time now to fully honor yourself. To give yourself this treat. To celebrate and activate your inner warrior. And I want you to imagine a bubble of light all around you that is this deep crimson red color. Very strong, very powerful, yet also supportive and loving. And it is cocooning you, extending all around the body 360 degrees around your physical being. And on your next breath in, I want you to imagine breathing that into your chest center, filling up the heart and in the lungs, and almost as if it is turning into liquid light, allowing it to expand fully, filling up the entirety of your physical being. And feeling this shift in your overall vibration as this light fills you up completely, feeling supported, feeling loved, held in the strength of this light. And bring your attention back to your chest center, right in the middle of your heart. Imagine pooling this red light into a ball of energy, right in the middle of your chest center. And then a singular column of energy extends down through the body, going out through the soles of the feet. extending down through all the layers of the earth and going deep down into the central core, the crystalline core of Mother Earth. And I want you to imagine going into this beautiful crystalline cave right in the heart chakra of Mother Earth. And it is filled with walls of garnet, of ruby, beautiful, deep, red, sparkling, crystalline caves. Feel how warm and loving and supportive that energy is. How grounding and anchoring this energy is here. And now following that column of light back up to the heart space. And another column of light extends upward now from the heart, going up through the throat, opening up the energy of the throat, clearing any resistance here, any energy, resistance, or blockage that keeps you from speaking the truth of your heart fully and completely, without fear of repercussion or ramification. Fully opening the energy of the throat as this column continues upward and goes up and out of the crown and extends all the way up, right through the heart of your higher self, and continuing up, following this column of energy up until you cannot imagine it extending upward any further, and connecting into the energy of the seventh plane. This is the energy of Source, of Creator, where we receive the most unfiltered energy from this activation and this attunement. We receive it here in the seventh plane without filters, without resistance, as we anchor into Source Creator's loving light and energy, and we feel the connection to the energy of all that is. And as you enter this plane of existence, you can imagine in your mind's eye, seeing right in front of you Archangel Michael. Very, very tall, very, very large, almost imposing presence, but there's something very loving about him, very supportive. And he awaits you eagerly at this dimension portal of the seventh plane. And imagine him leading you forward into beautiful crystal-lined halls of the seventh plane, where everything in reality radiates here in all the beautiful colors of lights. They're dancing around you, lighting you up, lighting up these hallways as Archangel Michael leads you forward. In your mind's eye, you see yourself completely looking around, seeing that everything radiates and reverberates around you as the purest, highest healing love and light. And Archangel Michael asks you now to follow him through these crystal halls even further until you reach a silver room. This is the space of soul fusion. And there is a silver couch or bed prepared however you see it. And it is surrounded by the most beautiful yellow roses and violets. And you feel relaxed and secure as you can smell these flowers. And you can sit or lay down on this couch or bed, whatever is most comfortable for you. And you feel the deep love that surrounds you. You are feeling connected to the all that is. And you simply receive this and allow it with gratitude and appreciation in your heart. And Archangel Michael asks you now to close your eyes and to breathe in the most relaxed manner, letting the breath come in and flow in evenly and flow out just as evenly. And Archangel Michael now asks you to visualize that you are a bright red box, that you are a field of energy that stretches through your entire body and wraps around you and goes all around you. And you feel this energy flowing through your whole body at once. You feel strength and peace and love. And you let yourself completely merge into this very high frequency energy. It feels very strong, very fortified, very solid, but fluid at the same time. And now create the intention to have Archangel Michael connect you with your inner warrior. You simply ask him to do so. And in your mind's eye, you see him standing before you as a beautiful and powerful warrior, very loving and very supportive. And he takes you in his arms and you merge with his energy now. And just notice what is happening as you feel this merging and this exchange of energy. Everything that's happening, everything you experience is perfect and right and individual and unique for you. Simply allow it to be. Notice any messages or signs or symbols. You may hear whisperings, you may feel a nudging, you may feel energy in certain parts of the physical body. Simply feel all the feels without feeling you have to place value on it or judge it. Simply allow it to be. Feeling and seeing everything with your heart and your soul. Knowing that everything that is happening at this time is divinely aligned with your highest and best timeline, that everything is okay, you are fully supported, fully held, and fully loved in this space. And you now have the opportunity to speak with Archangel Michael. You may ask anything that you want of him at this time, including, how may I enact my inner warrior aspect in the highest and best way? What is it divinely aligned for me to heal? Or what resistance is aligned for me to clear in order to fully embody my inner warrior? And know that the answer comes to you in a divinely timed way as well. That the answer may not show up in the same moment as the question, and that this information may come to you as an answer during dream time. It may come to you in your waking life in a daydream. You may hear it in the line of a song. You may hear it in conversation with another. Even if that conversation doesn't involve you, you may overhear it. You may see signs, symbols, messages, and simply vow to yourself that you will create the awareness, that you will be able to experience this and receive this answer as it is divinely aligned and time for you to receive it. This is a time to ask for more clarity or more discernment on the information Archangel Michael has for you, or to even ask another question. And when you feel that this moment is complete, know that this initiation, this activation, this attunement is now also complete. And Archangel Michael pulls back from the embrace and looks at you lovingly and wishes you well on your journey. And he invites you now back to your dimension in the present moment. Thank Archangel Michael and say goodbye to him. And in your mind's eye, you see him dissolve. knowing that you may enter this space again at any time of your choosing. And you may communicate with him again and ask more questions. Feel the gratitude and appreciation radiate throughout your whole being. And now imagine gently pulling that cord of connection that is connected to the seventh plane back down through the crown, back into the heart space. And following that column of connection all the way back down through all the layers of the earth, through dirt and rock and crystal, and feeling the grounding and centering experience as you continue on that journey down back to the crystalline core of Mother Earth. And you are once again in those crystal-lined caves of the heart chakra of Mother Earth, seeing the beautiful glinting crystal of garnet, the beautiful deep crimson color of ruby, feeling that warmth, feeling how rooted and grounded you are into the supportive, loving, abundant energy of Mother Earth. Asking her to cleanse or transmute any lingering energy or resistance that is keeping you at this time from fully embodying your inner warrior activation or embodiment. Take a deep breath in and exhale as you release. Thank you, Gaia. And now gather this perfect and pristine energy and bring it all the way back up, continuing up and entering into the soles of the feet, grounding you, rooting you into Earth Chakra energy. And now continuing up, all the way up through the body, through all the energy centers, meridians, nadis, and pathways of the body, all the way up to the top of the head, where you allow yourself to gently, energetically disconnect from this transmission now. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you, Creator, Creatrix, the energy of the Divine Creative Matrix, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, Raphael, and the energy of all Spirit Guides and soul beings present, and so it is. Thank you. And take a deep, grounding breath in. And when you are ready, open your eyes. And for those of you that are here, I would love to know how that felt for you. You may want to drink some water. Please make sure that you are fully and completely grounded and that you are feeling like you're back in your body. So you can go ahead and move your head from side to side. Feel that rotating on your neck. Wiggle your fingers, feel your feet flat on the ground, and then create the intention that you have a grounding cord of connection to Mother Earth. And when you're back from your journey, let me know. And I'd love to know how that felt for you. So the Inner Warrior Attunement is just one of the activations of, I think, 48 different activations or attunements that are available in the Sacred Feminine Manifestation Alignment, which is only on sale until tomorrow. This is also an energy that we are working with very powerfully in the Ascended Feminine. So if this speaks to you, you're welcome, Tammy. You may really want to consider getting into the Ascended Feminine. It is going to be one of the most powerful experiences of working with the goddesses that I think you will have. And because we're working with them so intimately and accessing a lot of their initiation key codes for ascension at this time, helping us to merge blissfully into this overlapping of sacred feminine and divine masculine energy so that we can embody both in a nice, beautiful, balanced harmonic so that we may be fully in our power, fully activated in this lifetime. Feel like we can receive and have the ability to act in an inspired way in equal measure in all aspects of our life. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Yes, Raquel, absolutely. Because you know what? That is, your life's purpose is for you to be you. You being you is your life's purpose. And sometimes we need to remind ourselves that we are the greatest gift to mankind when we are acting fully in integrity and authenticity with who we are, who we want to be. You know, whatever lights us up and fills us with joy and bliss, that is authentically you. And when you are sharing that with the world, you are a beacon of light to everyone around you. You lead by example. You lead with light. So there's nothing more profound or beautiful about that. And that's how we are all in our life purpose, when we are fully inhabiting that. I got vibrations through my body, feel a bit of pull, stretch with my heart. And that's okay, because you are, when you're working with Archangel Michael, you're really, really opening up the whole heart cavity and receiving. And we're in the 7th plane, so you're receiving this energy without any filters. So it may feel like a bit of a stretch, and that's okay. That's okay. Cheryl, empowered to speak my truth. Yes, lady. Yes. I love it. If you want more of this, you can join me tomorrow. I'm going to be going live in Samantha Bearden's group, the Abundance Flash Mob, at 2:30 Central Time. Sorry, 2:30 Pacific Time, 4:30 Central Time, and doing one of the Goddess Oracle template ascension codes. So I haven't decided what it's going to be yet. I'm kind of waiting for some divine guidance and inspiration tonight when I meditate. So it'll be a surprise for me and for you. But that'll be as part of the Abundance Flash Mob 3-year anniversary. So there's going to be so many great presenters. And for those of you here, there's still spots to sign up and be a presenter yourself. You can do a 30-minute slot of whatever you want. Energy healing, do a reading, anything that totally, is making you feel jazzed right now that you're excited to share. There's still slots open, and so I left the spot here in the group for you to sign up and get one of those spots to present something. I'll see you over there. I'll be over there. I'm going to be checking out some of the awesome ladies doing their thing tomorrow, because it's going to be so amazing. So if you feel like you really just need a lift this weekend, if you're feeling kind of down in the dumps and you could use a little bit of a boost, it's all free. All that healing is free. Go over and check it out. It's going to be awesome. And you've got some amazing, amazing energy healers and light workers over there. So have fun. All right, ladies, be seeing you soon. Bye-bye.